Matt, let's talk Irish fly half situation. Sam Prendergast, the hype train's behind him. Quality asset, obviously. Still so much to learn and so much to grow. But this has been given the 10 jersey on Saturday. Frawley's coming back in the bench. Jack Crowley steps out, I presume rested. You maybe thought Frawley would start and Prendergast would come off the bench once more. Is that fair enough to say? But, the fact he's starting so soon at 21, yes, he will have thought he was ready, but what a chance to really prove himself again, Matt.
Yeah, Stu, I've said all along, I thought the coaches, once they selected the 3 10s, had a plan for those 10s. And this was what I thought would happen, but I didn't think Prendergast would start. I thought Frawley would start, Prendergast would be on the bench. And I did believe they'd rest Crowley for this game. And I don't believe that is in any way a punishment. Like last week, I wasn't buying into the theory that Frawley was punished either. I think, you as a coach, you've got to give players time. And especially in this position when we've lost Sexton, the question is, well, what happens if Crowley gets injured? And if Crowley's injured and they're saying, well, it's not Ross Byrne anymore, and it's not the other guys around the traps, Billy Byrne from the north and so on, and we believe Prendergast is the next cab off the rank, you've got to give the kid time, because in the Six Nations, if you're playing England and the week before someone gets hurt at training, he's got to step up. So it's one of these ones you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't as a coach, and people read far too much into it at times. The game is the great educator, and you've got to give these players time, because the international game is different to the club game, and it's really hard to put words into it for the people out there. But everyone who plays or coaches knows that it's faster. You get less time to make your decisions. The contact is stronger. It's harder. The skills of the opposition are far better. The noise of the crowd, the intensity, the whole environment, the build-up, the media, everything is in a different league to what you're used to. And you have to learn to cope with that. Now, I thought Young, as a 10, as a prop or a back rower or a winger, it's hard. For a 10 where you're making the decisions and you're touching the ball so often and you've got to tell people what to do and guide people around, that is so difficult. And I thought young Prendergast did an excellent job when he came off the bench last week. I didn't think it was special. I thought it was competent, which is all we would want from the young man. All we would want. He took the ball to a line and did a double pump on one of his first plays, showed confidence, showed finesse, made some tackles. Good on the young man. What we are not seeing is what Andy Farrell and his staff see, which is every day at training. So they wouldn't put the young man in if they didn't believe he was ready. And then you're also saying there's psychology at play here too. There's psychology at play. He's saying to Frawley, have a look over your shoulder, mate. You got a young buck chasing you. He might even be in front of you. I'm going to give you 20 or 30 minutes at the end. Show us what you got. So all of a sudden, Frawley, who thinks, oh, well, it's me and Jack. It's not just me and Jack. There's 3 of us in this relationship now, and one of us is going to miss out. So that's you're playing mind games. You want competition. And so I think it's Farrell's done a very good job with the selection. We have the blood. This team needs new blood coming through somewhere. I personally think Ryan Baird is pushing very, very hard to start next week against Australia. There's interesting selections in the second row, because if Baird starts, one of the second rowers has to go, including Byrne. Todd Byrne has moved into the second row there. So they're saying, well, is that our best combination? Is McCarthy and Byrne our best combination with McCarthy and Ryan? So there's all these things at play. But I think that is a very good selection. And let me also assure everyone out there that the giant Fijian centres, and, mate, they are big, big dudes, they are coming down Channel 1 at the guy called Prendergast in the first 20 minutes on Saturday. And they're doing switches. They're doing
Nakalevu and two silver, Matt.
Oh, mate, and listen, I played against a lot of Fijians. You know what hit you when a Fijian hit you. I can tell you. So he's going to have his work cut out, and we're going to know a lot more about him. But somewhere along this process, people are going to grab the opportunity. But if I can come back, and I know Quinny wants to talk about it, and I'll let him do it. Don't write off Crowley, because I think that's wrong. Crowley's kicking game is the only part of his game that I'm critical of. And people think I don't like him. It's just not true. I think his kicking game needs to improve and his percentages off the tee need to improve. I keep saying the hard parts of the game, the defence and the attack, he's the best one we got by a mile. He's just got to sort out what should be the easier parts, which is the kicking game. And he just hasn't mastered that since he's come in. We're seeing the same errors. But there's no way we should be discarding Crowley. I find that talk absolutely without foundation.